A decisive strike for Justice Himachal High Court's NDPS mandate. The Himachal Pradesh High Court has delivered a powerful message. It's a message about fairness and justice. The court, in a judgment dated May 14, 2025, has been crystal clear. Trial courts must apply the principle of proportionality when imposing sentences under the NDPS Act. Justice Rakesh Kainthla has laid down the law. This principle demands that the punishment must fit the crime. The severity of the sentence must directly correspond to the gravity of the offence. Should a petty thief receive the same punishment as a hardened criminal? Of course not. The ruling emphasizes that fair and just punishment is paramount. This isn't about being soft on crime, it's about being smart and just. The High Court's pronouncement serves as a crucial check and balance. The NDPS Act is undeniably stringent, but its nature cannot justify disproportionate sentencing. The scales of justice must always remain balanced. This ruling reinforces that balance, ensuring that the letter of the law does not overshadow the spirit of justice. This decision from Himachal Pradesh will resonate across the country. Champions the cause of rational sentencing. The message is clear. Follow the guidelines, ensure fairness, and uphold justice. The bedrock of fairness, understanding proportionality in law. Proportionality means the punishment must match the crime. It's about balance and ensuring the state's response to an offence is not excessive. This principle acts as a safeguard against arbitrary judicial decisions. It ensures that sentences are reasoned, fair, and serve the true interests of justice. Proportionality brings consistency and predictability to sentencing. It ensures that an individual is punished for the specific wrong they have committed. In the context of the NDPS Act, proportionality is even more critical. The Act prescribes severe punishments to deter drug trafficking and abuse. But within this framework, there must be room for judicial discretion guided by proportionality. Proportionality allows the court to tailor the sentence to the specific facts and circumstances of each unique case. Justice Rakesh Kainthla's emphasis on this principle is a timely reminder. Carefully weigh the crime and the circumstances to arrive at a sentence that is just, fair, and proportionate. The case in question, Saurabh Bhatnagar versus the state. The case is Saurabh Bhatnagar versus State of Himachal Pradesh, Criminal Appeal number 501 of 2024. The decision was delivered on May 14, 2025. The incident dates back to May 15, 2018, near Paraur village in Himachal Pradesh. The police intercepted a vehicle with Saurabh Bhatnagar and a passenger named Abhishek Gupta. They found 49 grams of heroin, classified as an intermediate quantity. The police proceeded with the arrest and investigation. The case went to trial and Saurabh Bhatnagar was found guilty. The passenger, Abhishek Gupta, was acquitted. Following his conviction, the trial court sentenced Saurabh Bhatnagar to 8 years of rigorous imprisonment and a fine of 1 lakh rupees. Saurabh Bhatnagar challenged the sentence in the Himachal Pradesh High Court. He argued that the sentence was disproportionate to the offence. The stage was set for a higher judicial review. Sentence scrutinized, why the High Court intervened. The High Court, under Justice Rakesh Kainthla, meticulously examined Saurabh Bhatnagar's appeal. The core issue was the sentence. Was 8 years of rigorous imprisonment and a 1 lakh rupee fine proportionate for possessing 49 grams of heroin? The NDPS Act provides a range of punishments for intermediate quantities. The High Court had to determine if the trial court had exercised its discretion judiciously. The appellant raised several points, including alleged contradictions in police testimonies and the non-production of CCTV footage. The High Court found the sentence excessive. Justice Kainthla observed that the trial court had not adequately applied the principle of proportionality. The High Court decided to modify the sentence. Saurabh Bhatnagar's sentence was reduced to 2 years imprisonment and the fine to 20,000 rupees. This revision underscores the judiciary's role in ensuring that justice is fair and proportionate. Ripple effects, the wider impact on NDPS adjudication. This ruling by the Himachal Pradesh High Court is not just about one case. Its implications are far broader. They will echo through the corridors of justice, particularly in how NDPS cases are handled in the future. Trial courts must consciously and explicitly apply the principle of proportionality when deciding sentences under the NDPS Act. The judgment reinforces the integrity of the legal system. It shows that the system has mechanisms for self-correction. This builds public trust. The ruling aims to prevent arbitrary or excessively punitive sentences. It reminds us that justice must be tempered with reason. The goal of the NDPS Act is to combat drug trafficking, but also to ensure that the process is fair. This decision might also influence how investigations are conducted and how cases are prosecuted. It could lead to more detailed considerations of mitigating circumstances at the sentencing stage. The path forward. Ensuring justice is tempered with reason. The path forward is clear. It is a path where justice is not only firm but also fair. The NDPS Act is a critical tool in our nation's fight against narcotics. Its provisions are necessarily strict. However, this strictness must be applied with wisdom and discernment. The emphasis on adhering to the quantity-based sentencing framework prescribed by the central government is paramount. The High Court's intervention corrects this and sets a precedent for future cases. This ruling also has implications beyond Himachal Pradesh. It contributes to a national conversation about sentencing policies, especially for drug offences. In conclusion, the Himachal Pradesh High Court's stand on proportionality in NDPS sentencing is a victory for rational jurisprudence. Justice must be delivered, but it must always be tempered with reason and a deep understanding of the law's true intent.